Now starting with the typical rib, as I told you in last video, 3rd to 9th ribs, they are typical ribs, and this is one of the typical rib, right? Now to determine its side, it has got two ends. See, this is the anterior end, this is the posterior end. Now this anterior end, it has got an oval, this depression, concave depression. And if we talk about posterior end, it has got three important features. This is head, this is neck, and this is the tubercle. Now we cannot hold it like this, so you have to always hold it like this. This is the anterior end, this is the posterior end. If we talk about the shaft, it is flattened, and the most important thing, it is convex outwards. And the last important feature to determine side, it is presence of the costal groove. You can see this groove along the inferior border on the inner surface of the shaft. See, if we hold it like this, shaft, it has got outer surface, it has got inner surface. Now on the inner surface along the inferior border, this is coastal groove. I'll explain this coastal groove later on. So basically अभी के लिए side determination के लिए, so this is rib of the left side, a typical rib of the left side, anterior end, posterior end, and presence of the coastal groove. Now starting with the bony features, again ends, two ends, anterior end, posterior end. Shaft, it is flattened, it has got outer surface, inner surface, and upper border and lower border, right? Anterior end, again I'll tell you that in detail. Anterior end, it is oval, it has concave depression for the articulation with its costal cartilage. Now the posterior end or vertebral end, this is the vertebral end, and this is a typical thoracic vertebra. This is how it articulates with the correspondingly numerically vertebra, right? So this posterior end, it is also known as vertebral end. Now it has first is the head, then it has a neck, and it has a tubercle, right? Now starting with the head. See, this head has got two facets. Head has got two facets, and these facets, they are divided by a crest. Now the lower larger facet and upper smaller facet. This lower larger facet, you can see these two facets. This lower larger facet, it articulates with the facet, costal facet on either side of the thoracic vertebra. You'll come to know about the thoracic vertebra. It has got facets on either side of its body, right? Costal facets. Now see, this lower larger facet, it articulates with the numerically corresponding vertebra like this. And upper smaller vertebra, it articulates with the next higher vertebra, right? Then coming to the neck, it lies in front of the transverse process of its own vertebra. This is the neck, and this is how it is lying in front of the transverse process of the vertebra. Now neck, it has got two surfaces. This is the anterior surface, this is the posterior surface. Anterior is the smooth surface, posterior is the rough surface. It has upper border or crest of neck, and this is the lower border which is rounded, and upper border, this is thin, right? Then next is the tubercle. See, this tubercle, basically this tubercle, it is lying on the outer surface of the rib. This is the outer surface, this is the tubercle which is lying on the outer surface of the rib. This is the outer surface of the rib, and again it is divided into two parts. See, you can see this is the medial part, this is the lateral part, right? Now if we articulate again vertebra like this transverse process पे ये जो facet है, this articulates with the medial part of the tubercle, and hence it forms costo-transverse joint like this. So this medial part is the articular one, forming costo-transverse joint with the numerically corresponding vertebra, and this lateral part, it is the non-articular, right? So this was about the posterior end. So we are already done with the anterior end and the posterior end, right? So shaft, now coming to the shaft, as we can see, shaft is flattened, and it has two surfaces, outer surface, inner surface. It has two borders, upper border and lower border. Now shaft, it is curved with convexity outwards, right? And this this shaft, it is bent at the angle. Now another term is angle, right? Now this is the angle. This angle is basically, it is 5 centimeter from the tubercle. This is the angle, as you can see, this is the angle, right? Now this shaft is also twisted at the angle. Now coming to the surfaces and the borders of the shaft, starting with the outer surface. This outer surface angle, this is the angle. Angle is marked by an oblique line. You can see this oblique line, which is directed downward and laterally. Downward and laterally. This oblique line is present on the outer surface at the angle, right? Now coming to the inner surface. This inner surface, it is smooth. Inner surface, it is smooth. It is surrounded by, it is covered by actually pleura, and it has got a, it is marked by a ridge. You can see this ridge. Now this ridge, it is basically the continuation of the lower border of the neck, coming back to the neck. This is the posterior end. This is the neck, and this neck, its lower border, it continues on the inner surface of the shaft by as this ridge. And below this ridge there lies, I already told you about this term, this is costal groove. So this costal groove lies on the inner surface between the ridge and the inferior border. And why this costal groove is important? Because it contains posterior intercostal vessels and intercostal nerve. So this is about the costal groove. Now again coming to the borders, this is the upper border. It is rounded, thick, and it has got 2 lips. This is the outer lip and this is the inner lip. This is about the upper border, and this is about the lower border. This is a thin, right? So this is about the typical rib. Now muscle attachments and ossification, that is again your part to do, and this is all about the typical rib, and in next video we'll come to know about atypical ribs. Thank you.